So here is my trying to conceive journey chronicles, and this is about baby 2. We've already discussed baby 1. Now baby 2, I did want to know what the sex was. I had missed my period. I was like, let's do a pregnancy test. I wasn't 100% sure. Did the test, found out I was pregnant. My mom and my stepdad were living with us at the time, so I showed her my test. She was so excited. She even took the pregnancy test from me and kept it, and still has it to this day. So I had to take another one for us to have. And everything went well with that pregnancy. I had the same doctor, still had to have a C-section, so all my pregnancies will be C-sections because of that fibroid surgery that I had before I had my first daughter. And so my cravings for her was, I was working at a hospital at that time. Actually, no, I wasn't at the hospital. I was working for my church. And it was early on in the pregnancy, and I ended up leaving that job and started working for temp, because the church I worked for at the time cut my pay dramatically, and I'm like, I could not. They wanted me to work more hours but cut my pay since my role was changing, and I couldn't do that. So I started working temp, making more money. And you know, I had waited obviously till I was hired to let them know when I was like way past my 12 weeks that I was pregnant. I don't ever let anyone know, other than like my family small unit, that I'm pregnant. I always wait till after 12 weeks because anything can happen. And so worked that job. I grew huge with this pregnancy. I mean, like I said, my first pregnancy, I was so small. Ended up having an emergency C-section. She was born a month early. This one, I was huge. And I've shown pictures of some of my content of what I looked like. So huge, so huge. So my cravings at that time was more Starbucks, green tea with lemonade, and instead of Dunkin' Donuts. I still wanted McDonald's, and still ate the burritos. So it didn't change much from the first pregnancy, other than I wanted Starbucks instead of Dunkin' Donuts. And so I got huge. I know I keep saying that. I ended up having a scheduled C-section at 38 weeks because the pregnancy was good. I didn't have any nausea. I didn't get sick. No craving, not crazy cravings. I didn't have any pains, no nothing, no bleeding, no nothing. My husband gained weight with me, unfortunately, because whatever food I couldn't finish, he finished for me. And so we gained weight together. He actually got the nausea with this pregnancy, with all of my pregnancies really, but it was a little bit stronger with this one than the first one. And I ended up scheduling my C-section, making it to that date, having her, and my actual doctor did the C-section. And she did such beautiful work that when I went back for my pre-op, post-op, they were like, oh my goodness, that incision looks amazing. And she didn't have to go to the NICU. She was able to stay in the room with me for the 3 days that I was in the hospital. So I was able to bring her home when I came home, which was a completely different experience than my first pregnancy and giving birth. And so it was less stressful. She was in my room. Everyone got to see her. We even have pictures of my oldest holding her. And it was just awesome. We still look at those pictures. And I just love that my husband captured everything. He was always in the room when they did the C-section for my first and second. He took pictures of everything. He was our recorder. And he was dressed like a doctor. So when the kids see those pictures, like, Daddy, you look like a doctor, because they had the scrubs on them and everything. And the same thing, I told him, do not leave her side. I'm fine. You follow her to wherever she's going. And when they brought her to the room, he came with her. Even though I was huge and my feet swole, oh, my feet, I forgot to mention this. I wore a size 9 from high school all the way to my first pregnancy. When I had my first child, my feet went to a size 10. My nose was smaller. It started expanding when I was pregnant. Then I lost weight pretty quickly with my first pregnancy, but then the doctor was like, you need to eat this much to be able to have breast milk. So I ate and I overate, and then I gained too much weight. So then I had my second child and I got bigger, my nose got bigger, and my feet got bigger. I went to a size 11. So, yes, y'all, my feet got bigger and my nose. And so they say they can always tell when I'm pregnant because something happens to my nose. And I feel like my nose was never like this when I was younger. I'll have to put up pictures of me when I was younger to see if my nose was like this, but it does look wide when I'm pregnant. And that's the great story of my second pregnancy. I will be back tomorrow for my third. And I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for listening to me. Please, if you have any questions, please put it in the comments. If you have people that may need to hear this, please repost it or share it. If you want to tell me your story, maybe you've had some similarities or questions about doctors or whatever, just make sure, just put it in the comments. I always do research when it comes to doctors, and I did thorough research when I found my OB, and I'm so happy and glad. She's still my GYN, and I'm so happy that I found her. But I'm talking too much, so I will see you guys tomorrow.